Hi everyone, welcome to a video for it will be day 4 of Punchestown Festival now. Had another cracking day today. The action's still ongoing. Actually still got the bumper to go while I'm recording this, but I've noticed we've had a good few winners through the car, including the 72 winner of the opener, obviously the likes of Vega and Uncle Junior as well. So we've had a cracking few days at Punchestown and hopefully we can carry on tomorrow. The first race tomorrow is set to be the 2-mile chase. The novices chase that was meant to be today, so I'm going to stick with what I said yesterday, basically, in that I actually fancy First Lieutenant if he ends up stepping back in trip and doing this. Whether the chasers are on tomorrow is still to be decided, I believe, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Because obviously that's going to make a big difference to whether the card's actually on, because they're all depleted cards at the moment. The 5:30 is the Irish Champion Hurdle. Very, very disappointing that there's only 4 horses, but the ground's like a bog. Hurricane Fly is the obvious one, despite his defeat at Cheltenham equivalent. 1,000 Stars could put up a very, very good performance in this, though. Obviously, just touched off over 2.5 miles at Aintree in the Aintree Hurdle, 4th in the World Hurdle. He's won over 2 miles before, and he could make this a bit of a test of stamina actually in this bottomless ground. It'll be interesting to see how Hurricane Fly goes out of it. But I think over 2 miles, and providing he's back to his best, Hurricane Fly will take a lot of beating. Though I wouldn't discourage anyone from the 1,000 Stars. Zaidpour has had a very good season actually. Apart from Aintree last time, I think the ground has gone against him, though he could run a decent race. The real article doesn't look good enough for this, to be honest with you. The 6:05 race is set to be the 2.5-mile Punchestown Hurdle, and Did He Go Out, who won earlier in the week, still looks like on a decent mark. Ground should be fine, and I could imagine him running a decent each way race, but the horse I like here is the Graham Wiley owned Felix Younger. Never been out the first 4 all season, got form on heavy going, and this looks a lot less competitive than what he's been running against. Lyrene Legend has been running well, came 3rd when tipped up by myself each way, but up at Fairy House, and the worst ground, I should say, should be in his benefit. Colour Squadron has been in and out. He's now been bought by JP McManus. I'm still not convinced about the ground for him here. It might be more in his liking, but I really can't be having him basically bet until I know what he goes like on the ground. But for me here, I fancy Felix Younger from Did He Go Out and Lyrene Legend in that one. Both those could be done each way. The 6:40 is it's the novices hurdle. There's no prices actually in on this one yet, because usually I like to say what I think the price will be. However, one horse that is jumping out at me here, and I think could run a very, very decent race, is Tango Bambo for Willie Mullins and Paul Townend. Won last time out. He was in good form, got pulled up. The one where he was when he got pulled up, it was in a race on heavy ground, so whether this will go for him or not, I really don't know. Another one which stands out is obviously Oscar Dara, 4th last time out on ground, probably too quick. It's the other way for him, but won easily on his debut. Nicky Henderson's won this race last year. He sent 2 over on this, and I know you can't say they're the first string based on jockey, because AP McCoy would always ride for JP McManus, but I fancy Oscar Dara to go in the ground a bit better than Maltmaster. It's interesting as well that Willie Mullins trained Terminal. Ruby Walsh has picked him over at Tango Bambo, though he's got it wrong before, like he did earlier in the week actually, in the 3-mile hurdle won by Massonier. So he could run well, but I do fancy Tango Bambo over him on this one from Oscar Dara and also Terminal. The 7:10 is the bumper race here, and the horse I like is Lugnasa. Only run once, but won very, very well. He's actually bred out of the same family of Blackjack Ketchum. Remember that? He was a quality hurdler a good few years back. So he's a very interesting horse. He won at Court last month, and providing she handles the conditions, she looks the one to beat. Blackjack Ketchum really didn't mind a bit of dig in the ground, so I can't see that one being a problem. Another interesting one is Lady of Glencoe. But the thing was, when she came runner-up in a listed race at Limerick, that was faster ground than this. So it's interesting, but I don't think she'll go on the ground here. Also interesting is Golden Electra as well, that Alan King has sent her over for after one run where she came 7th and was a bit disappointing for this race. He wouldn't do that for a laugh. So keep an eye on that one in the market, though the one which is always going to be of interest here is Tassie Tocht, I think it's pronounced. Willie Mullins, Patrick Mullins. He's been harvesting all of these bumpers this week. So obviously anything Willie Mullins puts out, keep an eye on him. And it's interesting to know that his so-called first string with Paddy Mullins on it is him, so I will be keeping an eye on him. Though if I was having a bet in this race, I'd be tempted not to. I'd be tempted to go with Luff Nasser, who's won first time out very well. As I said, it's only a small day at the moment while the going's taking its toll, and hopefully we can pick up a few more from what we've done today and the past 2 days as well. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll be speaking to you tomorrow for Saturdays. Take care, have a good evening. Bye-bye.